Life is a winding road.
So maybe I'm not throwing away everything that I own, that would be crazy, but I am taking control of the clutter this year and taking you all along with me as I go room to room, drawer to drawer, and closet to closet and tackle the clutter that we have been clinging on to. Life happens, stuff collects, sentimental value can get you in a chokehold. We're just human over here, but whatever your reason may be that clutter collects, this is a judgment-free zone. I won't judge your clutter if you don't judge mine, but I will give you plenty of motivation and tips as I figure this out myself. If you enjoy real-life decluttering, be sure to subscribe to my channel and stick around because there is a lot more where this came from.
I will keep on holding my head high.
Here is kind of like my little office cabinet, so it keeps everything I need for YouTube in here. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but when I first built this, I had organized this top drawer, which it's still organized, but some of the drawers have shifted a little bit. So this top drawer is good, but the two bottom drawers are a disaster. So we're going to work on decluttering those. I'll show you guys how they're looking. I've got these child locks here. But yeah, this drawer was never properly organized. Everything was just thrown in it. And then this drawer also was not properly organized. So we're gonna go through, declutter, organize, but the fun part is I have these two boxes, well, this box and this laundry basket just full of Cricut stuff. Now, you guys know I love my Cricut. I use my Cricut all the time, but I'm never going to use all of this stuff. There's just so much. So I'd rather it go to somebody who's really going to use it and appreciate it in a way that I'm not currently. So we're gonna go through it, figure out what I want to keep and then what I want to get rid of. So just like with any decluttering project, I like to set everything out in front of me so I can see it all. I can take a good look at everything that I have and just figure out what is no longer serving me. So when I was doing this, I was kind of putting everything into categories. So iron-ons together, vinyls together, different paper samplers together, Cricut mats, things like that. And then that makes it easier for me to sort through everything and also figure out if I have multiples of things, because I was pretty sure that I did, but where everything was just thrown into this cardboard box, it was impossible for me to see. If you are wondering how I ended up with all of this Cricut stuff, no, it is not because I have a shopping addiction. Cricut has actually been a longtime partner on my channel, and I'm so grateful that they've worked with me so many times and sent me all of these supplies. I just simply have too much for one person, and I'm very happy that I'm able to gift this to someone else locally who will use them and love them. I have been putting off going through this box of Cricut stuff because this box has been sitting in our basement in a corner for quite some time, and I was honestly worried that bugs or mice or something might have gotten into it, but luckily everything was perfectly fine that was in this box. But we are planning to do a huge basement declutter very soon. I know I've talked about it so many times, but it is in the works. And I know you guys are just going to get so much motivation out of that video. So be sure, if you are not subscribed to my channel, that you go ahead and do that so you don't miss that video. Before we get any further into today's video, I wanted to introduce today's sponsor, Foro. I have talked about Foro in the past, and you guys know that I love my Luna 4, but today we are talking about the UFO 3. This has been such a game changer for me. The UFO 3 is a deep facial hydration device. It is clinically proven to deeply hydrate your skin, reduce the look of wrinkles, and is more effective than a sheet mask alone. I have been using mine for several months, and I have really put this to the test because I actually have very, very dry skin, and I always have. When I first tried this device, my skin was so dry that it was actually peeling in some spots and nothing was helping, and my products felt like they were burning my skin when I applied them. But I used my UFO 3 one time and immediately felt a difference. This device can increase your skin moisture by 126% in just 2 minutes, and I can wholeheartedly tell you that that is true. I look forward to using it. It is like my self-care thing right now, and my skin has just felt so good. The mask treatments are 2 minutes, they're super relaxing and guided through the Foro app. The device features warming thermotherapy, which helps the active ingredients in your mask absorb deeper into the skin. Cooling cryotherapy helps to depuff and firm the skin. Refining LED therapy helps to revitalize your skin tone. And gentle T-sonic massage boosts circulation and leaves your skin with a visibly healthy glow. If you would prefer not to do a guided massage with the app, that is an option as well. There is an easy mode, there's a universal button on the device, and depending on the number of times that you press the button, it will give you a different treatment. If you want to get your hands on the UFO 3 by Foro Sweden, they are actually offering my viewers a discount. So the first 100 people to use my link will get 21% off, which is a huge savings, and Foro very rarely offers discounts. So now is the best time to make the purchase. And I just want to say thank you to Foro for sponsoring today's video. Once I had gone through and sorted everything into categories and piles, I went through again so I could consolidate any duplicates, but also I wanted to determine what I wanted to keep and then also what I wanted to give away to somebody else. So for me, I kept mostly just vinyls because that's something that I use all the time. I love to make labels, and vinyl is just a very versatile Cricut material, so it's just one of my favorites. I kept like the blacks and the whites, and then I also kept some transfer tape. I kept a couple of markers because I do use those as well with my Cricut, and then also any of my writable vinyl. But the rest I was able to give away. Also, I would love for you guys to try and guess in the comments who I am watching on the bottom left corner of my screen on YouTube. For a hint, it is a true crime creator. So this pile right here is everything that I was able to give away. A ton of stuff. It felt so good to get all of this out of my house. And then the next pile that you're seeing is everything that I decided to keep. So it definitely kept a lot less than I got rid of, which felt really nice. And everything in the cardboard box was either recycling or it was trash. Now we're going to start going through these drawers in my cabinet. So the bottom drawer I wanted to have be my Cricut drawer where I keep all of my materials. And luckily everything that I decided to keep fit in here perfectly fine. There was no overflow, so I felt really good about that. And for this middle drawer, I wanted the majority of this drawer to just be craft supplies, and there was a lot of extra clutter in here that needed to be gone through, so I'm taking everything out of the drawer. And then I will go through everything, determine what I want to keep, and then make sure those things go back into this drawer somewhat organized instead of just thrown in a big pile like they were before.
Tiny hand in mine, you're 5 feet off the ground, you rest on my shoulder, the stars convey the light, so fragile in the night, in this moment,
I asked in my last decluttering video what you guys do with cords, because we just have so many cords lying around, and a lot of you told me to just look at them because there actually aren't that many different types of cords and just keep one of each. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm going through them, determining what are duplicates, and then getting rid of the rest. But I wanted to make sure that I said thank you for all of the helpful comments on my last video. I'm trying to implement some of the strategies that you guys have told me.
Fading now into a memory. picture on the wall, a moment frozen not to fall. In this moment, in this moment.
Another thing that I had talked about in my last video was Christmas cards and photos, and asking you all what you do with your Christmas cards and photos. And a lot of you said that you don't keep any physical photos anymore, and that you also throw away your Christmas cards at the end of the season. So I am revisiting my Christmas card collection, and I'm getting rid of any of them that I feel comfortable getting rid of. I did keep a few, and I also always keep a copy of all of ours year after year because I like looking back at them personally. We don't keep a ton of physical photos in our house, but we do keep some because I live in fear of the cloud crashing or computers going down or something happening and me losing all of my children's baby pictures. So I do keep a small selection just in case of like the really sentimental photos and the really special photos, and then anything else is just in my phone. But all of that being said, I decided to revisit this photo box that I had gone through in my last decluttering video and consolidate, put things into categories. So just regular pictures are together, our Christmas cards are together. I have old birthday party invitations from my oldest son that I wanted to keep a copy of. I'm trying to get all the envelopes together, and then I had one of these bins remain just for Christmas related things, and then one is for the other photos, and that's all I have in my entire house for photos and cards. So I feel like that's not too bad to just have these two tiny little bins, and they're not even full, and I can continue to add to them year after year as we have more special photos or more Christmas cards printed that I want to hold on to. Now we are just opening up random drawers and we are getting rid of things. So I got rid of all of my essential oils minus one. There is one that I wanted to keep that I really like. A lot of these were empty, honestly, and then a lot of them I've just had since like 2017. And if I have not used them since 2017, why am I still holding on to them? There's only a few essential oils that I like to use. That's lemon. There's another blend called Citrus Fresh that I like. And then that one that I saved was called Kid Power, but I don't use anything else, so there was no point in me holding on to those. But after going through those, I also went through my oven mitts and got rid of one, and then the bottom drawer in my kitchen was holding a lot of my toddler's bath toys, but he no longer takes his baths in the kitchen, so I wanted to get those out of there so I could hopefully organize them in the bathroom instead. And now we're going through my dreaded corner cabinet. If you guys watch my channel regularly, then you may know that I kind of struggle with this cabinet and organizing it. I just find that it's a very awkward space and things just tend to get shoved in there and it's like a black hole and then I can't find anything. So I really wanted to go through this once and for all while I'm kind of in this ruthless decluttering phase. The things that I typically keep in here are meal prep containers, Tupperware type containers, glass containers. I have extra organizers that I use in a lot of my organization videos. And then at the bottom, I have like some cookie cutters. I have a bunch of serveware that's meant for like if we have parties or if I need to bring something to somebody else's house. But there was just too much of everything. So I will show you guys, but I do end up decluttering quite a bit in here and it is so much better after. I wish I had taken a proper before photo so you guys could see how bad it was when I first started, but I unfortunately forgot to do that. But take my word for it, it looks so much better. these are all of the things I'm decluttering out of the kitchen today. So this right here, this was actually sent to me by a brand that I was supposed to do a video for. And we were in like the very early stages of talking, and then they backed out, but they still sent this. And I've actually never used it before. By Deem. I honestly don't even really know what it does. We were in, again, like the very early talks of working together. So this has been sitting under my cabinet forever. So I think I'm going to try to give this away to somebody, like post it on like the Buy Nothing group or something and see if anybody wants it. I do recycle whatever I can. Not everything just gets thrown into a landfill, so you don't have to worry about that. I feel like I always get comments. I don't always show myself sorting everything, but I do always sort it and recycle what I can, donate what I can, sell what I can, and then trash whatever is left. But yeah, all of this leaving my kitchen. I haven't used essential oils in so long, and a lot of these came with like the starter kit for Young Living. Some of them are empty too, and they've just been sitting in the drawer forever. So it's time to say goodbye to these. And then also this diffuser right here. This one was kind of pricey, but I just haven't used it in a really long time. So this is another thing I'm gonna try and give away. And then this oven mitt right here, it's very dirty first of all, but it burnt me a couple of times when I was like taking something out of the oven. So this does not work. And I think I got this from like Crate and Barrel or something. Sorry, that was so loud. Yeah, this is a Crate and Barrel oven mitt right here, and it does not work. I literally get burned every single time I use this, like right in this part. When I go to grab something, I just get burned. Not good. And then we've got some random lids to containers that I don't even have anymore. This came from Temu, which I was telling you guys last week. I am not a fan of Temu. Don't plan to shop there ever again. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. It was low quality anyway, and I just can't even imagine what kind of like crap chemicals are in this cheap little container. So I'm done with that. These also came from Temu. Going to get rid of those. I'm not a Temu fan. I don't shop at Temu. I never will again. It was just a one-time thing. And I spoke about that in my last decluttering video, and a lot of you agreed with me. But yeah, all this is leaving my kitchen. Also have this pizza cutter that we don't need. We already have a pizza cutter, and I don't like this one because it doesn't have a guard. So I feel like someone is going to get hurt using that one. This I'm going to try to use in our shower to store bath stuff for Sutton. But if it doesn't, like, I don't know, if I get it up there and it doesn't seem like it's very good quality, I'll just go ahead and get rid of it. So what's in this cabinet is mostly like food storage. So we have a ton of different containers for food storage. I have extra containers for organizing. This is kind of like a hub for some of my like organization videos that I do here. So a lot of this I just have to keep. But we have like food prep containers and stuff. And then down the bottom, this is a lot of like party related things. So like special serveware that I take out when we're having like a party at our house or I need to bring something somewhere. And then also our NutriBullet. I just didn't have like a better place to put it. But now these drawers, this one has plenty of space for some other things. This one has just oven mitts. There's only a few in there. And then down the bottom, this one is now empty. So I can put some stuff in here. So another way that we kind of cut down on waste in general in our lives is by ordering from meal kit delivery services. So I've been ordering from this one in particular for years, and I believe I have free boxes to give away, which is why I'm sharing it in today's video, because, you know, it goes with the decluttering theme. We're having less food waste by ordering this meal kit delivery service. So this one is HelloFresh. I personally think HelloFresh is the best one. I've tried a whole bunch of them and I always end up going back to HelloFresh. So I like them because you get, like, you can pick your recipes. They have a bunch of different like dietary restrictions and lifestyles options and family size and everything on their website. And then you go through and you pick all your own meals, or you can let them pick for you, but I prefer to pick them myself. We do not order every single week. We really only order like once every couple months right now. Mostly because some of their recipes can be kind of high calorie, and I've been on like a weight loss journey, so I just wasn't really getting these as much. But we got it this week and I'm really excited because it's like 3 easy dinners. and then also less food waste, because they send you every ingredient that you need, like it's all pre-portioned, and it could not be easier to make these meals. And they, like, this is not sponsored, I worked with a different brand for this video. This is just me sharing HelloFresh because I love them. These meals taste like restaurant quality, and you make them at home, so I'm a big fan. This week we got sweet chili beef and green bean bowls. This is a favorite, we've had this before. We also got, I'm probably butchering this, banh mi style meatball bowls with pickled cuke salad, sriracha lime mayo, and ginger rice. So that's something fun and different. We've never tried this one. And then we have had this one. This one is onion crunch chicken with mashed potatoes, roasted green beans, and honey Dijon dressing. So like I said, I think I have some free boxes I can share with you guys, but when you sign up for the free box, just be very careful. If you don't want like a future subscription with HelloFresh, make sure that you're not signed up for anything, because I don't want anyone being charged for anything that they don't want. But three free meals in this economy is pretty good, so I figured I'd throw that out there if anybody is interested in trying out HelloFresh. The next thing that I did was grab a couple of cleaning tools that I no longer use that I wanted to get out of our house. One of them was some kind of cleaning brush that the former owner of this house had actually left behind, and it has been in our hallway all this time. And then the other thing was a steam mop, but I actually already have another steam mop, so I had no reason to have two steam mops. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one away on like Facebook Marketplace on a buy nothing group. And now we're moving on to my clothing. So this is something that I do pretty regularly. I try to keep on top of going through my clothing and just getting rid of anything that I'm no longer wearing, or anything that is just too stained and too far gone or ripped or whatever. But I felt like it had been a little bit since I've done this, so I wanted to take another look. But before I could do that, I wanted to go through all of this clean laundry and get it sorted and folded so that I could put it away at the same time and kind of kill two birds with one stone. I only have 4 drawers in my dresser that belong to me. So one of them is for my jeans and shorts, one of them is for t-shirts, one of them is for like leggings and sweatpants, and then the other drawer is for like bedtime stuff, so comfy t-shirts and shorts. We also have a very, very small closet in our bedroom. It is not a walk-in closet by any means. It's literally like a standard size, very small closet, and my husband and I share that. So in the closet, I hang up dresses or sweaters or just anything that I want to keep a little bit nicer and not fold. But all of that being said, I have very limited storage for my things. So I have to be very intentional and very careful about what I'm bringing into my home and making sure that I'm cleaning out my drawers before I add anything new. I also lost quite a bit of weight this year, so my sizes have really fluctuated. So if it seems like I just constantly have so much clothes, it's because my size has fluctuated so many times, but I feel like I've kind of leveled out now and I'm at like my normal size, so I don't need to hold on to just all the extras at this point. So as I was going through my drawers, I was able to get rid of quite a bit. Our bedroom is so cramped, I actually had to move my bed and my nightstand in order to fully open this drawer so that I could go through it, and I just thought that was kind of funny.
Roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark, hoping to find somewhere we can calm.
For a long time, I held a lot of sentimental value in my clothing for whatever reason, and if I'm gifted a piece of clothing from somebody, I feel like I need to hold on to it forever. Otherwise, I am just like a horrible person, if that makes sense. That's just what has been in my head forever, but I've been doing so much better with this. I feel like now my sentimental value is really in anything to do with my kids. That's where I struggle to declutter, but when it comes to my wardrobe, I feel like I have made a lot of progress.
Just breathe in the poison and hope God is real. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. 'Cause it's
In this under the bed storage organizer, this is really just meant for sweatshirts. I don't really have a better place to put them. But there was a lot of other extra stuff in here, like old t-shirts from jobs that I no longer have. There was t-shirts from when I was in like high school too. And there was also a t-shirt my grandmother had bought me in Italy a long time ago that, again, I was having a really hard time letting go of, but I did a really good job on this day going through this bin and just getting rid of things that I'm never touching, that are just literally just taking up space in my life and not serving me any purpose. So this felt really good to empty this out and actually be able to fit my sweatshirts in here that I'm wearing all the time and not a bunch of useless clutter. Once I finished decluttering for the day, I felt so good, like a weight had been lifted off of me. I was able to get rid of a ton of stuff. You guys will see like the full pile in a second. But once I shut off the camera, I of course went through everything, sorted through what was for sale, what was to give away, what was donations, what was trash, and made sure that I got everything in its proper place where it needs to go to be out of my life. Don't forget to check out Foro. I will have all of that information in my description box down below. I hope that this video gave you tons of motivation and left you feeling inspired and ready to tackle some of the clutter in your life. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I would absolutely love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back again next week for another video.